Here is the 2024 Buick Encore GX Sport Touring in Summit White over Ebony in Ebony. This got a refresh. We have two engine options. Front wheel drive is the only way to go with it with a CVT transmission. I'm going to go over some pros and cons, comparing it to the rivals, in which will take me to the problem that I have with the Encore GX. I'm Anthony from Hawkeye Rides. Standard LED headlights and daytime runnings that integrate into the sport mesh grille with the gloss black elements. The Avenir will also have a unique grille to it as well. The whole body kit will be changed, and the same thing when you're going into the ST, because you're getting the gloss black elements. That's going to highlight the lower trim around the fenders. And when you go ST, you get the 1.3 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder producing 155 horsepower and 174 pound-feet of torque, paired to a continuously variable transmission or a CVT, achieving 29 mpgs for the city, 31 mpgs for the highway. ST and Avenir only have that engine option. The Preferred, you can get the 1.2 liter turbo 3 engine as well. Wheels, they're going to be 18-inch for the Preferred and for the ST. The difference is the color. Preferred gets silver, ST gets the gloss black. When you go to the Avenir, 19-inch nickel plate wheels, so yet again more unique. And the ST keeps the sporty style with the lower rocker with the gloss black. The door handles and the top part of the window trim getting the chrome elements. Here, I think it should have went gloss black or matte black. And the same thing with the roof rails getting the satin aluminum, just because this is a sport trim in which it makes it look a lot more sporty with the two-tone look. And they forgot to put a shark fin antenna. They put the RC antenna to make it feel a little bit more Mini Cooper style. But if you're comparing it against Mini, Toyota, Hyundai, Kia, all of them are going to be a lot more money, in which you can option features on this that you can't even get when you go to those vehicles. The same thing with Honda. You can get a 360-degree reverse camera here. They don't option that when you get into a small SUV, in which it tacks on a wireless charging pad, adaptive cruise control, and rear park assist. So when you're thinking package-wise, it's still inexpensive. The rear gets LED taillights starting on the ST and on the Avenir. When you go into the Preferred, it's going to be a halogen light. The center stoplight is also LED for the ST and the Avenir, and the Avenir reworks the rear, making it have its own bumpers and going a little bit more luxurious, whereas this gets the gloss black elements. Rear parking sensors. The rear is going to get the dual exhaust outlet look with the diffuser. Comparing this against the Chevy Trax, that's going to get the 1.2 liter, but you're going to get a 6-speed automatic transmission, whereas you get a CVT here, but you're going to get more performance and horsepower and torque, and it looks a little bit more sporty. And anybody that it puts itself against in competition, realistically speaking, you're saving anywhere from $3,000 to $7,000. Power liftgate is an option on all trims, going into 23.5 cubic feet of storage. It does sit up a little bit. You get some storage nooks on both sides. No LED interior lights. Underneath the floor gets a spare tire, and you can adjust the floor for a few more inches from top to bottom. The privacy cover is easy to remove, and if you're tall like me, you can fold the seats down in the back at a 40-60 split, maxing cargo to 50.2 cubic feet of storage. And here's where you can see that extra increase of clearance from top to bottom. Six-way manual seat adjustment is standard for the front seats. 8-way power seat adjustment you can option on the Sport Touring or the ST. Comes standard on the Avenir with heated front seats and memory front seats for the Avenir. Headroom and leg room. You have a lot of space inside this smaller SUV. Brushed aluminum look that's going to go around the one panel, two screens, in which standard is an 11-inch screen on all trims. Wireless Apple CarPlay, wireless Android Auto, Sirius XM, AM, FM, streaming Bluetooth audio. Put it into reverse. We have something special. 360-degree reverse camera, in which you have a lot of different camera positions that you can go and toggle through here to make it easier for your reversing. And this is a small vehicle. Standard Climate control, dual climate control comes on the Avenir because we have the advanced technology package. The wireless charging, which is an option on all trims. USB 12 volt and the key fob for the Encore GX. Silver is going to be wrapped around the shifter, and you got a little storage pocket here. This is pushed back, and it actually is not level with the door panels, which is a con for me. Opens up, and you got a little storage tier that you can put a smaller phone. Then it's a deep storage pocket. I also wish that this would slide forward a bit, so it wouldn't be just like an elbow rest if you're short. 3-spoke steering wheel, multi-function. We have adaptive cruise control, lane keep assist because we have the advanced technology package, and an 8-inch digital gauge cluster, which is also standard on all trims. No auto dimming rear view mirror or a moon roof, but you can option that when you go into the Avenir. It's going to be more everyday materials, only software it needs to be. One touch up and down just for the driver window. It's a medium-sized storage pocket. It's just not so wide. It is carved out more so here for a smaller umbrella or a flask. Headroom and leg room storage behind both of the front seats. A home plug will be on the Avenir. We get USB ports and we get a little shelf right in here. 6 speakers are going to be standard. The 7 speakers through Bose is going to be an option for this trim and on the Avenir. There isn't any armrest. You get that standard with the Avenir. Door panel is going to be, only software it needs to be, a smaller storage pocket, but it's a little bit more wider than the front. Sliding into the center, the floor is flat, but the rails and this area here, because this is pushed back, is too much. So I'm going to be sharing a little bit of feet space, more or less toe space. Leg, butt, and shoulder space isn't necessarily too bad, and headroom is actually good because it's carved out for you, and standard noise cancellation is in all trims. 18 horsepower more than the 1.2 liter turbocharged 3 and 12 pound-feet of torque more. 155 horsepower total with 174 pound-feet of torque compared to the CVT transmission, but turbocharged engines have some get up. Standard noise cancellation, which when you're thinking the pricing of this, it starts in the low or mid 20 grand price point. You're starting to get some of those amenities that are in luxury cars, and this is found in the Buick. Drive smooth, it's 18-inch wheels, so the suspension handles fine. The front windscreen is very large, and the same thing with the windows all around you. And when you're looking at it from an exterior perspective, it doesn't look like that. It actually looks more sleek and small and compact. That's going to take me to some pros, starting with this curved panel that integrates 2 digital screens, noise cancellation. You can option features on each trim, and even if you go to the base, you can still get the same engine that's in this one. Exterior, they change the styling between the trims, which usually they don't go this route when you're talking an inexpensive vehicle. You're going to start spending over $30,000 to $40,000 to get something that's going to be similar. Back seat, you have a lot of space to fit 3 occupants, cargo capacity, and if you option features, it's not going to cost you an arm and a leg. The technology package, it's a hair over $1,000, in which you get a 360-degree reverse camera, adaptive cruise control with lane keep assist, a wireless charging pad, reverse sensors. I mean, that's a lot bundled into one package. The cons start off with the screens not being bright with the pixels. The armrest in the center is lifted up higher than the door. The back seat doesn't even receive an armrest. That's a feature you have to add. It does come standard with the Avenir. And the speakers can rattle in the door, whether you get the 6 speakers or the upgraded 7-speaker Bose sound system. But before we get to more pros and cons, look at what this turbo got. It's fun to drive. The handling isn't going to be the best, and it's not going to be the fastest, but you're not doing or buying this vehicle for that. The big problem that I have with the Encore GX is the infotainment screen itself. It can go blank with the software updates, in which it has some glitches. Even when you're putting it into reverse, sometimes the Buick badge will just pop up. It's not as airtight as some of the other technology, and this is all new for the Buick. I like how it is more refined, but you're still going to have some harder materials found throughout the cabin because of the pricing that you're at. When you're thinking about competition like Mazda, you're going to be spending a lot more money, in which you will have more performance in a 6-speed automatic transmission, and they offer a turbocharge which will go more so into the $30,000 pricing, and it's going to be a little bit more soft inside. Going against competition like Honda, Mazda, Toyota, all of them are going to cost a lot more money. One problem that a lot of people talk about a lot is the turbocharged 3 because of the belt drive that's for the engine. It is mixed with oils, in which a lot of people are thinking the longevity. Will it last to 50 to 75,000 miles? When you're getting a vehicle that's this inexpensive, think of it as a hybrid. You could potentially spend $2,000 to $7,000 to fix a hybrid battery. Not a lot of people complain about that for Toyota and Honda, but then they're complaining about the belt for the Buick Encore. But let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. Check out the next video, merchandise, website, and Instagram. Leave a comment and a like. And I'd like to thank Buick GMC of Brooksville for giving us this 2024 Buick Encore GX ST for our car review.